And the Cosmos are going to be starting tonight with Beckenbauer in goal, of course, Eskandarian, Oscar, Carlos Alberto, and Bruce Wilson as the back four. The midfielders will be Ricky Davis, Franz Beckenbauer, Romero, and Bogey. And up front, Giorgio and CHINAGLIA and
Chinaglia. And a lot of prizes, in fact. All right, Fort Lauderdale in their familiar maroon and yellow shirts. And the strikers with the ball. Fort Lauderdale's got a lot of talent, boy. When you think about their people up front, and you have a guy like GERD, MULLER, and CUBILLAS, two world-class players striking you. And I think they really helped themselves with Arsene Auguste, and of course Marinho's with his team. Marinho wearing a number 6, and you'll probably see a lot of him tonight. Cosmos hoping not too much. All right, in the middle of the field now. Here's another new player, Bonvallet, a fellow from Chile. Colin Fowles playing a midfield position. Now they're going to be playing a 4-4-2 offense for Lauderdale, and they have a new coach. We'll be telling you about also Cor van der Hart. He was the assistant coach for that World Cup team, the Dutch team, in '74. He was Mikkel's assistant. Now here's Bogey with the ball for the Cosmos. Over the 35-yard line, Beckenbauer had it knocked away by Marinho, picked up by Ricky Davis. Davis rolls it to Sininho over the midfield line. The blazing speed of Sininho now. He got around Auguste, but it was knocked away just at the last moment. And now it's Auguste with the ball. CUBILLAS, number 20. Intercepted by Sininho, the Cosmos at the midfield line. To Franz Beckenbauer. Both teams really playing the same system tonight, Seamus. 4-4-2.
That's right, and also Fort Lauderdale looks as though they want to push the ball around and not really go forward with long attacks.
Jamiri was fouled as he had the ball tackled away. It'll be a free kick coming in now. Bonvallet now making his pass to CUBILLAS, stolen by Sininho, tackled away by Marinho. Now race for the ball, won by Oscar, back to Eskandarian, number 2. No score in the game if you're just tuning in from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Jim Carvelis, Lee Arthur, Seamus Malin, the Cosmos and the Strikers for the first time this year. And now Bruce Wilson is tripped and fouled at the 35-yard line.
It's good to see Bruce surging forward up that side, because I think the Cosmos are going to need offensive help to come up from the back tonight.
Coming up from the back to steal the ball from Ricky Davis is Fowles, and the referee says play on. I think Ricky thought he was fouled. Bonvallet, number 14, play it back for Arsene Auguste. Strong defender. Long has been a nemesis of the Cosmos when he played with Tampa Bay. Jamiri, the right fullback, number 17, for Fort Lauderdale. Jamiri, the right fullback, and Auguste, the left fullback. Now roll it to Fowles in the right wing. Colin Fowles, number 8. Pass behind Hudson, collected by Marinho. Marinho chips it along the left wing to CUBILLAS. Eskandarian comes to mark him. CUBILLAS with the ball, Eski knocked it away. Good defensive play by Eskandarian. Ball deflected, and here comes Fort Lauderdale again. Bonvallet. Auguste to the box toward Muller, knocked away by Bogey and cleared nicely by Oscar to the midfield line.
Oscar's got to watch out for GERD Muller in there, but it's good to see him playing intelligent position, too.
All right, here's Romero now. A long, hard shot. It just went over the top. Romero saw the goalkeeper coming out, and he banged it over the top. From LOCKHART Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, no score in the game. Cosmos and the Strikers. You're watching Cosmos Soccer. All right, back in Fort Lauderdale, still no score in the game. The Cosmos and the Strikers. Ball runs free to Carlos Alberto. Carlos to Franz Beckenbauer. Time remaining, 40-14 to play in the first half. Bogey with the back with the ball. Now a long lead, a beautiful pass to Wilson in the left wing. Wilson now looking to cross, not a very good pass out of the box, and it's picked off by Bonvallet. Bonvallet now rolls it to CUBILLAS, back to Bonvallet, and the Strikers building an attack. Rolls the ball nicely to Marinho. Marinho has CUBILLAS running ahead of him. Here comes Francisco Marinho. Long chip to Muller. GERD fires a shot across the goal. Shot and a goal. Colin Fowles from Marinho and Muller. And Fort Lauderdale on top, Seamus.
Well, the Cosmos were victimized there by the overlap. Wilson went way up on the overlap. The ball was played quickly out, and as any coach knows, when you're counterattacking after an overlap, you play the ball into that vacant position, and that's where the goal came from. You see the ball coming wide to the right. That's where Wilson is coming back too late to challenge Muller. Muller slides it across the goal. It evades everybody, including the goalkeeper. There's Mourinho trying to tuck it in. He can't do it, but he does pull it back here. A good heady move there, and in it goes by CUBILLAS.
Did you think that Muller was passing that ball, or was that a shot?
You mean Mourinho?
I mean, I'm talking about Muller.
Oh, Muller,
right
Muller.
Wing.
Look, I think he was lining up for a shot. I just think he mishit it.
Yeah. I think you're right. All right, 1-0 Fort Lauderdale on top. And the strikers scoring first as Foul scores, and a good pass from Mourinho. They'll also give an assist, I'm sure, to Muller. All right, Ricky Davis with the ball for the Cosmos, number 17. Now Alberto looked on that left wing for Wilson. Now lobs it over there for Bruce. Did a nice job of saving it before it went out of bounds, but it's picked off by Hudson. A long lead now to CUBILLAS. What a pass. Esky came up and a shot and a goal. CUBILLAS.
My goodness, what a well-taken ball by CUBILLAS, sorry, with Eskandarian draped all over him, and he kept Esky off. Here's the ball through, a wonderful cross ball from one side to the other. Here you see Esky on the outside. Prefer to have him on the inside, but he's on the outside. CUBILLAS can pick his spot. No chance for Hubert Birkenmeier. 2-0 Fort Lauderdale.
That was a brilliant ball by Hudson.
Boy, if you thought things were wild in Houston, the strikers are psyched up for this one.
And CUBILLAS has scored, and Fort Lauderdale quickly on top of the Cosmos. 2-0 with 37:47 to play in the first half. Wilson lost it out of bounds. Fort Lauderdale looking very, very sharp early on here. As we said, there have been some memorable games played on this field between these two clubs, and tonight's is building up possibly to be another one.
Well, you know for sure that's not the end of the scoring. It never is when these two teams get together.
High ball tip back now to Sinino. Sinino now play it to Franz Beckenbauer, leaves it on the right for Eskandarian. Esky against Auguste. Back to Franz. Beckenbauer played by Fouls, played out for Ricky Davis. Davis had to get rid of it very quickly because Hudson was all over him. Now it's Mourinho's pass headed by Beckenbauer, but picked off by CUBILLAS again. Eskandarian racing back, and a bad pass intended for Muller's, picked off by Alberto.
The Fort Lauderdale strikers are employing very intelligent attack on the counterattack. So 2 or 3 times now they've come down the exposed wing. That is the wing vacated by an overlapping Cosmos attacker.
Right, foul against Fort Lauderdale. Wilson was fouled. It'll be a free kick, Cosmos at the 35. They play it back to Alberto at the 35-yard line. Now I believe the official's going to make him do it again. The referee's going to make him kick it again. Fort Lauderdale stunningly on top, 2-0. Bogey chips it in the box. Romerito was trying to get it to CHINAGLIA, but it was broken up by the Fort Lauderdale defense. Fort Lauderdale now wheeling in their own zone. Pott knocks it out. That's John Pott, a defender from Holland. Now Beckenbauer of the midfield line. Fouls playing him. Rolls it to Bogey. Bogey to Giorgio. Back to Franz. Franz, Romero coming in toward CHINAGLIA. Knocked away by Auguste. Now Romero with the intercepts again to Franz. He tried to chip it in the box, and it was deflected and taken away by Jamari, and he rolls it back to Arnie Mauser. 2-0 Fort Lauderdale. On top, 2 quick goals by Fouls and CUBILLAS. Time remaining 35-35 to play in the first half. Seamus?
I think Fort Lauderdale really looks very strong. The Cosmos are going to have to tighten up a lot in midfield and cut down those dangerous through balls or those crossfield passes.
All right, Eskandarian got it to Romero. A beautiful ball up the right wing now to the speeding Sinino. Sinino now is knocked down and fouled by Pott. Obstruction by Pott. And the referee says free kick Cosmos. And I believe the referee wants to talk to Pott. The referee, by the way, is Paul Avis. And a yellow card for Pott.
Okay, Jim, on that contest, the Who Scored the Last Cosmos goal game, we have Thomas Martine from East Rutherford, New Jersey on the phone. Thomas, who scored the last goal? You're right. Nobody has scored for the Cosmos. You've won an Atari video game. Stay on the phone so we can talk with you. And we'll make another call, fans, during the second half. Now here's Jim and Seamus.
Right, the Cosmos will throw it in now from the 35-yard line near sideline. Alberto. Cosmos seem to be moving up now, Seamus.
Yeah, they're shaken, obviously, by those early goals, but this is a team with a lot of talent, a lot of poise, and you know they're going to come back.
Right with the ball, Carlos Alberto, 35-yard line. Pass deflected. Lauderdale picks it off. Handball. Referee didn't call it because Cosmos picked it up right away, so the referee let it go. Not Escondido to the right. Esky now, 35-yard line for Lauderdale. Pass to Bogey, broken up by fouls. Marinho. Pass intercepted by Bogey. Now to Romero. Romero to Bogey. Back to Bogey again from Sinino, and now over here to Escondarian. Being chased to Carlos. Close marking by Fort Lauderdale. They're really hopped up, and they've got a 2-goal lead as well. And here come the strikers. Back to Fowles, who scored the first goal of the game. Well, we got a winner on our contest. First time out, Lee.
Right. We'll go over all that information on who scored the last Cosmos goal game during the halftime, so stay with us.
Okay, Eduardo Bonvallet, number 14, and now to Marinho, back to Marinho on the give and go, but he couldn't control it. Bruce Wilson rolls it back in the box to Hubert Birkenmeyer, who's never lost a regular season game in the North American Soccer League with the Cosmos. He won 7 last year. I'm talking about regular season now, and of course he won in Houston last week with a great performance. Now a long lob to Sinino. Fogarty got to it first. He's in the corner, and the ball is inbounds. Did the referee say it went out? The referee said it went out.
It's kind of a tough call on the strikers there.
I didn't see it. The entire ball went over the line. This is Fogarty.
He obviously saves it. Look, he gets it easily here. He has the ball on the line. No, the whole ball is not over the whole line. It's in play.
All right, we're back to the live action. And this time, no question about it, the ball went over the line. Throw in now to Bogey. Fouls knocked him off the ball. The referee says play on. Not Escondarian. His cross is tackled over the goal line by Auguste. Then it'll be a corner kick for the Cosmos. Time remaining 32 minutes. And Bugs Bunny here tonight. Bugs will be out of the opener Sunday, I'm told. All right. Cross knocked down. Esky picks it up again. Gets it back to Beckenbauer. Marinho playing Franz. Oscar. Sinino. Romero. Off the mark with his cross. From Lockhart Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the score, Fort Lauderdale 2, the Cosmos nothing. You're watching Cosmos Soccer. ASL All-Star team last year, Crossfield. Romero got a foot on it. Tackled away nicely by Auguste, a good hard defender. Get it to Cubillas, who scored the second goal for Fort Lauderdale. Good ball. And here comes Muller on the right. Ricky Davis recovered very well, though. Picks him up defensively. Shot, saved. Shot on goal that time by Cubillas again, handled by Birkenmeyer.
Jim, can't tell you how glad the Cosmos are going to be happy to get home. And the first home game is this Sunday, April 13th at 2:30. Cosmos play the Mighty Kicks.
By Cosmos attacking Lauderdale now, and the header knocked away. And almost a handball. The Cosmos call for a handball there. Chinaglia raised his hands quickly.
Great diving header there by Marinho.
And here's a shot off the corner kick, and it's going to be cleared by Bonvallet out to Cubillas. Broken up by Escondarian. Romero looks like he caught it in the hip on that play. Good ball to Cubillas. Cubillas wheeling around now in the Cosmos zone. Cubillas trying to pass it to Marinho, intercepted by Alberto. Now to Franz. Franz get it back to Carlos. And now Sinino. Bonvallet took him down from behind.
Very, very nasty tackle there. I'm surprised the referee won't pull a yellow card on that. Well, he has pulled a yellow card on Bonvallet. Very, very unnecessary tackle. Sinino had beaten him inside. He just clipped his legs out from under him. Good decision by the referee.
Here's Sinino now, coming in the box. Trying to play it to Bogey. Deflected away. Bonvallet recovers a loose ball in the box. 2-0 for Lauderdale on top. 28-20 to play in the first half. Lockhart Stadium. Big crowd as usual on hand to see the Cosmos. That's Cubillas. A brilliant ball to Hudson in the box, and he hit the post, and a goal. Now they're going to say offside, I believe. Offside.
Yeah, he was well offside. The flag was up. The whistle had gone long before the shot was taken. It was very obvious offside. Good trap here pulled by the Cosmos. There's the pass through, but you see how far offside he is. Way offside. Number 4, Ray Hudson.
All right, Cosmos down 2-0. Coming with the ball, this is Romero. Romero now. Stops to get it back to Franz. Franz has Bogey with a lot of room. Bogey outside the box, played further on the right now to Sanino. Sanino looking, cross. Header knocked away. Fogarty just got a head on it. Chinaglia was coming in at the far post, and Fogarty just got to it in time. Actually, Giorgio was open when they swung the ball to the right side. All right, here's Franz. A hard shot, knocked down. And it's Cubillas rolling it now to Hudson. Hudson. GERD Muller. Cubillas. Alberto caught the ball. Carlos intentional catching the ball because Muller was breaking. Now the Cosmos are asking for the linesman to have called an offside before the handball, and they're not getting the...
Yes, his flag was up, in fact. His flag was up.
Yes.
And it was offside, and the referee has vindicated that and said, yes, it's an offside. It's a free kick for the Cosmos.
Fans don't understand that. That should be explained in the PA system. I've never seen Carlos do that. And as it turns out, he did it because he knew exactly what he was doing. The offside had been called. Now Alberto get it to Eskandarian. Time remaining 26-29 to play in the first half. Still 2-0 Fort Lauderdale on top. Eski to Carlos. Rolls it nicely to Beckenbauer. Franz has to chip it back. Didn't get it back far enough. It was picked off by fouls. Now Marinho, a long ball to Cubillas. Oscar using his body very well, but Cubillas almost knocked it in anyway. And a good play to knock it away by the Cosmos. Good play there, a saving play by Eskandarian.
Yeah, great coolness in the box too. Eski did not hurry his clearance. He looked around, beat a man in the box. In fact, beat Muller and then advanced it.
All right, Ricky Davis with it now to Giorgio Chinaglia. And Fogarty knocks down Chinaglia. Fogarty knocking him down. Another free kick for the Cosmos now, 34 yards away along the left wing. Free kick deflected off Johnny Pott, number 3, picked up by Jamari Lee.
Well, Jim, the Cosmos have a special gift for the first 15,000 youngsters who come to the stadium on Sunday for the home opener, April 13th. It's a beautiful Cosmos flag, courtesy of Progresso Quality Foods. And good seats are still available for that home game. We'll see you at 2:30.
Beckenbauer intercepts in the air, but it's picked up by fouls. Now to Marinho, number 6, directing traffic. Marinho. Get it back to Bonvallet. And now Auguste. Auguste doesn't come up on the attack a lot, but Seamus, he's got a powerful shot.
He sure has, but I'll tell you, Mourinho is the one who's doing the damage in midfield right now, and I'm sure that's causing a few anxious moments among Cosmos fans back in the New York, New Jersey area, because he really can do marvelous things in midfield, and he has a free hand on this team.
All right, they roll the ball all the way back to Arnie Mauser. Mauser, long, booming kick. Got over Eski's head. And Ricky Davis now trying to get rid of the ball. Knocked away from Marinho. Marinho stays on it, though. Romero chases him. Marinho. Cross from Muller. Birkenmeier came out and missed the punch. May have gotten just a piece of it, but it was handled back there by Eski.
Yeah, he lost his footing, actually, as he went up in the air for that ball and was not able to get a good fist on it.
Franz now play it to Bogey. Bogey now, beautiful ball to Romero. Romero outside the box. His shot is knocked down. He collects it again. Flips it inside. Runs into the keeper. Inadvertent. No call. Good ball by Bogey that time to find Romero at the top of the box, but Romero's initial shot was knocked down. Cosmos fans, you won't want to miss the match of the year when FC Cologne of the German Bundesliga meets the Cosmos on April 29th. That's a 9 o'clock game at Giant Stadium. Cologne, coached by Hennes Weisweiler, soon to become the Cosmos head coach, features scoring sensation Tony Woodcock. Don't miss out on this tremendous soccer matchup when Cosmos entertain FC Cologne April 29th, 9 o'clock, Giant Stadium. Tickets available at all Cosmos ticket outlets. 2-0 now. Fort Lauderdale on top of the Cosmos. 23:01 to play in the first half. Long lobbing ball by Fogarty, headed away by Beckenbauer. Let's see if Eske can get it. Yes, he can. Bonvallet gives him a lot of trouble. Eske still with it. Knocked away by Sanino, away from Agus. Throw it in at Colin Fowles. Goals by Fowles and by Cubillas. Within a couple of minutes early in the first half has given Fort Lauderdale this 2-0 lead.
Well, the Cosmos have tightened up their defense very impressively since then. They were stretched a bit in that first 5 minutes, and some spaces appeared, and give Fort Lauderdale credit. They found those gaps and exploited them. But again, I think Mourinho, who has been given a free hand to operate on his own by Cor van der Hart, has used that opportunity well so far.
Wim Rijsbergen, who still has a foot injury, couldn't stand staying at home any longer, so he came up to Florida for the game tonight. Since sitting in the stands. Johan Neeskens back home, still nursing that pinched nerve in his neck. Can't wait for those two to come back. Long Marinho open on the left side. Eskandarian will have to pick him up. Marinho. Little give and go. Back to Marinho. What a play. Actually was way off the mark, but Birkenmeier still made the play.
Incredible that he held on to that ball and didn't knock it over the side. Here's the shot coming up. Mourinho really right in close, but hits it to the post. But look at that great diving catch by Birkenmeier and holds on to it.
All right, back to the live action now. Here's Sanino outside the 35-yard line. Romero plays it back to Beckenbauer. Now over on the left to Ricky Davis. Ricky now to Alberto. A little bit of space for Carlos, 35. Rolls it to Giorgio. Bumps Fogarty. And knocked out of bounds, and it was last touched by Fogarty. Chinaglia got in a shoulder shot that time. Fogarty's a tough defender. He was their best defender last year. He broke his leg after 11 games against Edmonton. Came back for the playoffs. Now the referee says, okay, let's go. Cosmos lose the ball. The dangerous Cubillas. And his pass deflected nicely by Eskandarian to Beckenbauer. 2-0 Fort Lauderdale on top of the Cosmos. Cosmos open the home season Sunday, this coming Sunday afternoon against the Minnesota Kicks, Giant Stadium. It's Flag Day. And it'll be great to have the Cosmos back home. Eske, long, high ball that goes over everything.
Well, Eske is working on Arsene Auguste there. Not a bad idea, really, because Auguste does have a bit of an injury. You can see that heavy taping on his left thigh, so he's a little bit slow on the turn. He's got those enormously long legs, so he can reach out and catch you, but he is a bit slow on the turn, and the Cosmos obviously trying to exploit that weakness.
Right, 2-0. Fort Lauderdale on top. 19:45 to play in the first half. Bruce Wilson with the ball now. The Cosmos in their own zone to Ricky Davis. Davis marked by Hudson, good midfielder. Hudson tackled it out of bounds. I'll tell you what, they can play this 4-4-2, Seamus, because they have four good enough midfielders to play it with Hudson and Bonvallet and the.
Well, that's also the reason why Bruce Wilson is coming up so much, because when you have only two strikers back there in a 4-4-2 formation, then the wing fullbacks have to press up into that space and carry the attack.
And also doing a good job in there has been Marinho at the midfield. 19:06 to play in the first half. Oscar chipped it to Giorgio, back to Bogey. Bogey to Romero, touches it over here to Sanino. Sanino with a high cross. Giorgio trying to get the header away. Very physical between Chinaglia and Fogarty down there, but it usually is between a stopper and a center forward.
Also, Sanino had a nice cross in there, but most important was the position he's holding. He's keeping very wide and stretching the defense of the strikers as much as possible, but that's going to be a help to the Cosmos.
Bronze. Beautiful chesting the ball over to Ricky Davis. Now to Bogey, guarded by Hudson. Bogey to Alberto. If you're just tuning in, Fort Lauderdale scored two quick goals. They lead 2-0. We're still in the first half with 18:20 to play in the half. To Ricky Davis. Ricky has it tackled, and it's out of bounds. It should be a Cosmos corner kick. It is. Hi, Ricky Davis will take it.
And here comes Oscar coming up for the corner. Let's see what he can do.
Bogey headed it in front, but nobody there. A nice header by Bogey and picked up by Mauser. All right, let's talk about that contest, Lee.
Well, Jim, we're going to go on the contest to call on the TV games, but we want to remind the home opener coming up April 13th. The Cosmos are going to be so happy to hear their fans instead of as you can hear the fans here. You can still get season tickets. Good seats are available. Get the information by calling the Cosmos anytime between 9 and 5, Monday through Friday at area 212-265-8600. Remember, 212-265-8600 between 9 and 5, Monday through Friday. Season tickets. We'd love to see you there this coming Sunday.
All right, Chinaglia pass picked off. Mourinho has the ball. And now fouls. Fouls back to Hudson. Hudson, Cosmo 35. Gets a pass over to Cubillas. Cubillas in the box to Hudson. Broken up by Ricky Davis. Hudson got it back offside. Could be offside. It is offside.
Another offside goal, but you got to be impressed by the way Cubillas and Muller and Mourinho are playing together, including Hudson. It's obvious that while Muller and Mourinho are the Cubillas are the two main strikers, they expect to switch off from time to time with Mourinho.
All right, here come the Cosmos now. Auguste got there before Sanino and knocked it out of bounds, and what are they going to call? Bugs Bunny's calling it for the Cosmos. He's prejudiced. It's a funny throw by Sanino. Sanino had the ball slip out of his hand. And now, referee gives it to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, well, the ball slipped out of his hands. He leaned over and picked it up, hoping he'd get another throw, but the referee says, no, thank you, that's a handball.
Technicalities.
All right, the two goals, by the way, by Fort Lauderdale came within a minute and 21 seconds of each other. That's a new club record for two goals. All right, Alberto. Now to Romero. Back to Carlos. Time remaining 15:45 in the first half. Alberto coming forward now. The Cosmos trying to get back in the game. They're really not out of the game, but they love to pick one up right here as quickly as possible. Last year it was a 4-3 Cosmos win here as Birkenmeier made his debut. The Cosmos had lost two straight coming in here. Really needed a win. They had to play without Alberto. And Johan Naskin scored the winner, and they won a thrilling game, 4-3.
Okay.
All right, here is Beckenbauer coming to the midfield line. Bronze over the line now, looking. Sanino wasn't going. You want him to go. Now Sanino with a goose. Now, Goose is such a hard player. You really want to run past him, Seamus. You don't want to get into a one-on-one situation. That's why Franz wanted Sanino to go.
That's right, and you want to explore. Sanino's speed, of course, is a great asset. There he goes now, and he's by Auguste, and Auguste takes him down. So that's a kind of play, I think, that, as you say, that Franz is encouraging Sanino to try. Wingers have got to have variety. You just can't stand and wait for a ball and have it come to your feet all the time. You have to have a little variety. Sometimes you ask for defeat. Sometimes you want it led ahead of you to keep the wing fullback off balance.
Auguste, as you saw, that big, strong guy, hard tackler. Now Beckenbauer got it to Oscar, plays it to Sanino. Now he's got Auguste on the right side. Let's see if he tries to run by him. He tries to cross it. Auguste tackled it over the goal line. Another corner kick is set up. So Sanino having his problems with Auguste. Corner kick coming up now. As you have a look at this Fort Lauderdale bench. Now back to the live action in the short corner. Now it's Eski getting it back to Sanino. Bonvallet comes to pick him up. Sanino tries to split the defense, and Bonvallet boxed him out. Fouls. Plays it back toward the keeper. That's Arnie Mauser. Young American youngster that's played for the U.S. national team. 6'2".
Striker likers, let's remind you about Saturday night, April the 12th, brings the Rochester Lancers to Lockhart. Your strikers are out to see.
Heineski with it now. Time remaining 13.5 minutes in the first half.
The Super Rock and Roll Band Midnight Special will be.
Sanino off the official. And he's in play. And now Marinho, a long ball for Muller. And knocked away by Bruce Wilson. Fort Lauderdale's hit some lovely balls. Got a couple of goals off some of those passes.
Well, even in a crowd of 3 defenders, Mueller still looks dangerous. You just worry about every time the ball is anywhere near him.
And then you wonder about that great West German teams and also Bayern Munich with Beckenbauer hitting those balls into him, right? Then you wondered why Muller was such a great player. Not that he needed Beckenbauer, but it didn't hurt having Franz feed him. Didn't hurt Franz either, having someone like that to feed. And Mourinho is hit and fouled. Some of the fans calling for a yellow card because 2 of the Fort Lauderdale fullbacks have been called for yellow cards. Mourinho, who last week in the 2-0 win over Toronto, in fact, the same night the Cosmos beat Houston, was the star of the game.
Yeah, he had a sparkling assist on one of the goals, and he really played a very dominating role in midfield, which may be his best place now.
And sometimes players need a change of uniform. They need another team. All right, Alberto with it. Actually, where were the Cosmos going to play Mourinho anyway? They had Romero coming on the scene and some of the new people, so it's probably best for both clubs that Mourinho has a club to play for, and the Cosmos can build the kind of team that they want. Bogey with it. Bogicevic. 11:50 to play in the first half. Carlos Alberto. Nice ball to Ricky Davis. Ricky had a little bit of room. Now a long ball on the left to Romero. Julio Cesar Romero beats his man, comes in the box. Here's a cross, just too far for Chinaglia, and it hit a goose last, I believe, and went over the goal line. It did. It'll be a Cosmos corner kick.
Nice ball from Ricky Davis out there, but Romero did a wonderful piece of work to bring it under control, lose not 1 but 2 defenders, and penetrate the penalty area from the side.
All right, corner kick now for the Cosmos. Beckenbauer took that corner. That's unusual. A shot, and Mauser was way out of the goal. He made the save. And luckily for Mauser, the ball was hit right at him. He was right at the edge of the box.
Sanino with the shot, I think, really wanted to try to chip it, but he drove it well. Actually, was going towards the far corner, and just Mauser happened to be on the ground.
August, number 2. Time remaining, 10:47 to play in the first half. Fort Lauderdale on top, 2-0. A good ball to Johnny Pott on the left. Johnny's cross deflected off Oscar easily. Back to Birkenmeyer, who rolls to Romero. Fort Lauderdale 1 win and 1 loss in the season. They lost their opener, and then they beat Toronto 2-0 in their home opener here last week. Sanino to Romero. Romero's pass picked off by Pott, who rolls it up the field. It'll be picked off by Bruce Wilson in midfield. Now to Bogey. Cosmos down to Fort Lauderdale 2-0. Fouls has scored. Cubillas has scored. Sanino on the left wing. Hard tackle, out of bounds. Hudson.
He has no win for the Cosmos.
I believe they called a foul there. I don't think that's a throw-in.
No, it's a foul. He was taken down after the ball was, when the ball was running free, he was taken down by Hudson.
All right, Bogey will take the free kick. Cosmos have loaded up the penalty area. Let's see what Bogey can do. Far post. And the header is off the mark. That was Sanino trying to get over Escuderian, trying to get over a goose. And it shows you how high Esky can get, because a goose has to be 5 inches taller.
Well, on that kind of a play, too, there's so many people congesting the near side of the area that the ball almost has to be played wide. And if it is going to be played wide, you got a player like Escuderian who's got speed and courage to come in and challenge for it.
Mauser's kick is trapped nicely by Romero. Alberto to Bogey, couldn't bring it under control, and bang back into the Cosmos zone where Birkenmeyer will come to pick it off.
That was too bad for Bogey. Bogey was wide open there, and that's what the Cosmos are really trying to do, is to isolate some players in the middle of the field, either one-on-one or with some space around, so they can start to get through the congestion in midfield, because the strikers obviously want to stop and clog things up in the middle of the field.
Fort Lauderdale's did a very good job defensively, no doubt about that, and you give them credit for that. They've made things really tough on the Cosmos. Now they get it into Sanino. Beats his man. Chinaglia still in the box. A shot, a great save! What a great save by Mauser, as Chinaglia with a great bit of footwork inside. Watch this now. This is Sinino, and watch Giorgio.
Nice touch on there. Giorgio keeps his cool, beats his man, puts it on his right foot, now back to the left with the shot. Off Mauser and off the post, I think. Yes, it came back off the post.
All right, we're back to the live action, and there's Madinho now in the Cosmos zone. So that was the Cosmos' best scoring opportunity, and Mauser came up big. Also got an assist from the post, but he did a great job to even get a hand on that from that range. All right, now here's Madinho inside the 35. A good pass on the left to Fowles. Colin Fowles, number 8, into the box. Alberto heads it away. It's Madinho trapping it and bringing it under control outside the area. Roll it back to Auguste. We told you he's got a strong left foot. Deflected over the goal line. I believe at last touch a Cosmos player, it did. Auguste with that powerful shot. And it was deflected by the Cosmos over the goal line. Corner kick coming up.
Jim, the Cosmos wish to acknowledge Joe Manfredi and Safe Auto Sales, the official dealership of the Cosmos, for their continued support. Back to you.
Joe is here, by the way. He didn't want to just sit home and watch it on television. He's here in Fort Lauderdale. He's a great Cosmos fan. Now the corner kick, not very well taken. Nobody really over there, and Beckenbauer picks up the ball. Now to Rick Davis, 35, leave it back for Franz. Franz plays it to Sinino. Sinino now rolling it to Bogey, shy of the midfield line. Hudson comes to play him. Bogey just over the line now. Good pass to Sinino. Sinino double teamed, has it knocked away. The loose ball comes to Wilson, now to Carlos Alberto. Cosmos trying to figure out that Fort Lauderdale defense, knocked down by Fort Lauderdale, and the strikers come off with the ball. And Madinho played it back to Jameri. Crossfield pass finds Auguste open outside the box.
And Jim, they're trying to solve that defense by moving Ricky Davis wide into Sinino's spot and having Sinino come in almost as a second central striker rather than a wide striker. Again, trying to add some variety, trying to throw defenders out of position and create some space. And it's worked because, as we saw earlier, Sinino set up Giorgio for almost a neat goal for the Cosmos.
Bonvallet now, Fort Lauderdale, and the pass behind Auguste, and he could not control it. It went out of bounds. The Cosmos will throw it into midfield with 6 minutes and 2 seconds to play in the first half from Fort Lauderdale. Here comes Sinino running. Knocked away, and the referee will not make a call. He says, no, get up, you took a dive. Sinino said he nailed it. Sinino's had a lot of the ball tonight, Seamus.
Yeah, he has had a lot of the ball, and he's an important person because he's got the skill and the speed to do things one-on-one, and when you're facing a team trying to congest you, to crowd you up, that's a very useful talent.
I just can't believe the shape that that man is in, because he does that the entire game. There's very few times in the game where you're going to see Sinino walking. He's always running, and he's usually running at top speed. At top speed now is Hudson. Knocked away. Good play by Oscar. Oscar playing very well tonight, Seamus.
Yeah, he played very well on Muller there because Muller is very tough offering himself as a target, but Oscar held his ground well and cleared it away.
All right, long ball finds Alberto on the left wing now in Fort Lauderdale's zone at the 35-yard line. Carlos Alberto to Franz, back to Carlos, looking for a way past that tough Lauderdale defense. Alberto now to the head of the box. Bogey chests it back for Franz. Franz a little touch for Romero, and it was stolen by Cubillas, re-intercepted by Esky. Esky plays it to Carlos. Time remaining now under 5 minutes, and pass intercepted by Fort Lauderdale. Cubillas dangerous in the middle of the field. Rolls it to Madinho. Madinho tried to get it to Muller, and it was picked off by the Cosmos, and here's Beckenbauer. And Oscar coming on the attack to Romero. 35-yard line. Romero cuts it back to Beckenbauer. They've got Davis on the wing. Chinaglia plays it to Franz. Now to Oscar, trying to get inside. The play made by Auguste. They play it wide now to Sinino. Sinino to the right. There's this high cross, too far really. Bogey volleys it right back. A great volley by Bogey. Fouls, and Romero going for it. Romero won it. And Romero's a lot stronger than he looks, Seamus. We said that in Houston. He's showing us again tonight. His Fouls is big and strong, and they collided, and Romero stayed on the ball. In front, and Oscar's header was right on goal. Oscar header right on goal. A long throw. Here comes Cubillas. Now to Muller. Muller and Cubillas attacking the Cosmos. Muller back to Cubillas. And the ball knocked over the sideline. It'll be whose ball?
Oh, great defense there by the Cosmos. 3 against 2 to be sure, but you always want to have an extra man in defense in those situations, and the 2 were no stiffs.
That's right.
Cubillas and Muller.
That's almost a mismatch when those 2 are against any 3 defenders. All right, Cubillas now to throw it in. 3:12 to play in the half. Headed back to Cubillas. Bonvallet. Sanino playing him. They have to roll it back outside the 35 to foul. Sanino chasing the ball. Auguste broken up by Romero. It'll be a throw in now for Fort Lauderdale. What a collision. The foul on Hudson. Hudson fouled Rick Davis.
Good call by the ref. Again, 2 players going for the ball, but Hudson clearly getting his body in the way and knocking Davis off.
Played the man at the ball.
That's right.
High bogey. Sanino, 35-yard line. Here comes Sanino trying to burst past. Fouls. He couldn't. Got it to Wilson. Bruce across for Giorgio. And a whistle blows, and a foul is going to be called against Sanino. Sanino pushing off, they said, on fouls, and they give him the foul.
Well, Sanino has drawn a lot of attention for good reason. He's had some very dangerous runs, and now Fort Lauderdale has decided they've got to go and mark him man-to-man, and I think they've chosen Colin Fowles to do the job, and if anybody in the team can do it, I think it's he.
At Lockhart Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Jim Carvelis, Seamus Mallon, Lee Arthur. And the Strikers with 2 goals within 1:21 early in the first half. Have made it hold up. They're up 2-0. Cosmos have had some shots on goal. A shot by Chinaglia, great save by Mauser. And moments ago, a header by Oscar. Ball knocked into the stands. Let's see who it belongs to. I believe it's Cosmos.
Attention, boys and girls, ages 10 through 14. You can be a Progresso fan by picking up your Progresso entry forms that participate.
All right, here's Carlos now. Play at the bogey. Time remaining 1:24 in the first half. Vladislav Ogicevic on the left to Bruce Wilson. Wilson's been attacking. Long cross. Romero comes out to Franz. Franz chipped away. Romero got a piece of it in the air. Not a bogey. In the box for Giorgio. Fogarty made the play nicely. Headed over the far sideline. Under a minute to play, Seamus.
Yeah, it was a nice ball by Bogey, though, looking for Giorgio, and Fogarty did very well to cut in, intercept it. If he'd missed it, Giorgio was in.
All right, Cosmos now under a minute to play. Cross, a low cross in the box, comes out. It's picked up by Cubillas. Cubillas of Fort Lauderdale with 40 seconds to play in the half. Looking to play it back to the keeper. Chinaglia cut the angle off, cut the lane off. It was stolen by Romero to Giorgio. Chinaglia plays it toward Bogey, but it was picked off, and it's Fort Lauderdale with the ball. Marinho with it. 25 seconds. Francisco Marinho, give and go with fouls. Good tackle by Ricky Davis. Great tackle by Ricky. And here comes Beckenbauer with 17 seconds. Chested and knocked out of there by Fogarty. Picked up by Cubillas. Stolen again by Ricky Davis. And pushed off the ball by Marinho. Marinho stiffed arm Ricky Davis, and then Marinho, as soon as he heard the whistle blow, went down and held his leg. He's not hurt.
The free kick for the Cosmos.
Free kick for the Cosmos. However, time has elapsed, and that is the end of the first half here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with a score. Fort Lauderdale 2 and the Cosmos 0. Ricky Davis over the midfield line now. Ricky looking on the right side. Eskandarian. Davis on the right. Back to Esky, and now Davis stays in the ball. Ricky has to play it all the way back again to Beckenbauer. A tough Fort Lauderdale defense. Boy, they're really packed in there. Alberto tries to split the defense. The ball headed away. And collected now by Hudson. A long, high ball. Beckenbauer picks it off. Muller must love this 4-4-2 because it gives him so much space in the middle.
Exactly, exactly. And he uses it so intelligently and draws defenders with him, of course. He's not just anybody else who'll go in the
Good pass to Giorgio from Franz. Bad angle for Chinaglia. He plays it back out again, and no one over there as Eski tried to play the ball in the box. So check it, Romero played a long ball in the box.
Romero playing a bit wider this half already.
Yes.
It's obvious that he's not getting his central as much as he was, and maybe Bogey will be playing that role.
I'm sure Professor Mazzei had a few words at halftime. All right, Alberto over the 35-yard line to Franz Beckenbauer. 2-0 for Lauderdale on top just during the second half. Franz get it to Sanino. Sanino now trying to go wide. Is knocked down. The referee says get up. No foul.
Yes, well, sort of the attacking wingers, or wingers from the away team, have a great propensity for falling down the penalty areas, and most referees are onto that.
All right, good move now by Auguste coming forward. Arsene Auguste, his pass deflected by Franz, played nicely by Oscar, back to Beckenbauer. Franz, look at Bogey, had to push the official out of the way. Bogey now gets it to Oscar. Now further on the right wing. Here's the cross for Chinaglia, but it's knocked out of there by Fogarty. Fogarty, a good defender. Good, solid defender. As we said, he was voted the best defender on this club last year, and then broke his leg in the 11th game, as you see Ralbowski warming up on the sideline for Fort Lauderdale.
That's a bit of a surprise, because he's not even listed as an official substitute on the roster here.
Maybe he's getting ready for the next game. All right, here's Romero now. Nice little ball on the right side. Here's the Eski cross, knocked away from Mausers. Chinaglia was coming in on goal. That was a beautiful cross by Eski, Seamus.
Yes, it was, and it was a good contrast with the previous cross, which was high and cut away by Fogarty. This one was low, and Giorgio had almost beaten Fogarty to the near post.
All right, Cosmo's getting a throw in now. And it'll be a corner kick this time. Sanino had to tackle out of bounds by Auguste, and that battle continues.
Good pressure by Sanino. He really has got to attack that defender, especially when there's a lot of space behind the defender, because he can move into that space if he beats him.
And the corner kick high. Picked up by Davis, knocked away from Ricky. Well, when the Cosmos are in the box, it seems like the entire Lauderdale team is in the box with them. All right, Hudson over the midfield line. That was a good effort by Colin Fowles. Slipped, fell down, got up, and still played the ball. Marinho on the right to Jameri, the fullback, attacking now against Bruce Wilson. Jameri to the head of the box to Marinho. Trying to head it in front. Picked off by Hubert Birkenmeyer. A beautiful throw out here. Finds Romero with a lot of room. Cesar Romero. Here's Sanino running past people. And finally was stripped of the ball by Fowles, and then came back and stole it again. Sanino. Now he's knocked down by Marinho, no call. Sanino decked by Marinho. I knew we were going to have that before it was over. Time remaining 40 minutes and 12 seconds in the game. And Fort Lauderdale on top, 2-0. They got 2 goals early in the first half within 1:21. And they've made it stand up so far. Wilson to Alberto. Stolen by Hudson. Against Oscar. They lead a pass coming right through for the shot that's deflected, and it went in a goal.
Good opportunistic goal by Cubillas, who really accelerated through the penalty area there after the ball was stolen away from Carlos Alberto. Now the ball is pushed through. You see Hudson there on it. Makes some good room inside, and there, look at this acceleration by Cubillas across Eskandari, and Eski almost catches him. In fact, does clip the ball off the edge of Eski's leg, and it just rolls into the goal with the ever-present Muller waiting to be sure.
So Cubillas, known in Peru as the king of the midfield, and also known in Fort Lauderdale as the king of the midfield, now has made it 3-0 with his second goal. Lee, and the Cosmos are down 3-0.
Well, Jim, their new coach, Cor Vanderhart, runs a very tight ship. Discipline, and it looks like it's working.
Lauderdale by 3. They've only beaten the Cosmos one time in 8 games, and that was right here, and ironically that was by 3 goals, 5-2. That was in 78. This one isn't over. High Davis plays it to Alberto, rolls it to Bogey at midfield. Bogey now away from, and plays it on the left wing, and no one there. No one there on the left side. Bonvallet was giving him a little bit of trouble. Bogey thought he saw somebody coming up that left side. Marinho to Hudson. Hudson attacking the Cosmos now. Lauderdale leads 3-0. Muller took it off his chest and fired on goal. Boy, he brings it down quickly, doesn't he, Seamus?
He does, and he spreads himself very wide there from the trunk down. I mean, he's just impossible to get around once he has the ball at his feet.
All right, the exciting Romero now with the ball. Cross field. Bogey brings it down, 35. Fort Lauderdale playing extremely well tonight. Give the strikers a lot of credit. They played a brilliant game. Into Beckenbauer, tried to get it in front, and Fogarty blocked the pass down. Fogarty blocked the pass down, intended for CHINAGLIA. Now it's Sinino intercepting. Auguste getting there first. Auguste still with the ball and rolls it over the far sideline. Will be a Cosmos throw-in. Time remaining. 37-29 to play in the game, and Fort Lauderdale on top 3-0. To Davis on the left. Ricky to Giorgio, top of the box. CHINAGLIA trying to penetrate. Too many people to beat. The ball knocked away. Davis flicked it away again, and now it's Fort Lauderdale's ball with Marinho. Cubillas. 2 goals for Cubillas, 1 for Colin Fowles. Now back to Marinho. Marinho playing it through, just missed hitting Cubillas again, and Beckenbauer picked it off, Seamus.
Yeah, it's very sound, fundamental soccer by the strikers. They're working give and goes very well. He's won 2 balls, and of course they have the speed and execution up front to do it.
All right, ball knocked out of bounds by Hudson as Oscar is moving up on the attack. Play it back now to Carlos Alberto. Time remaining, 36-35 to play in the game. Fort Lauderdale on top of the Cosmos. 3-0. Beckenbauer play it to Bogey. On the right to Sinino with Auguste. What a battle that's been all night long. There they go again. They play it back this time to Bogey.
That was goal number 3 for Denny Cubillas.
There's a pass inside, a battle, and now headed back by Johnny Pott back to Arnie Mauser. That was Cubillas' 3rd goal of the year, by the way. 2nd of the night.
I think it's a masterstroke of coaching to have him playing as a striker and almost a withdrawn striker, because he really still has some acceleration left, and he can pace himself very well in addition.
Cosmos pick it up as Cubillas fell down that time, picked up and back to Bruce Wilson. And out of Carlos Alberto, who had those 3 assists last week in Houston. Alberto over the midfield line. Carlos on the right side now to Sinino. Sinino continues to run. It's unbelievable. And out of Franz Beckenbauer. Franz to Ricky Davis at the 35-yard line of Fort Lauderdale. They'll play it back to Franz. Franz and Bogey. Bogey, a good ball on the left to Ricky. Ricky actually fanned on it. And it'll be goal kick coming up. Lee? I'm going to get back to Lee Arthur in just a moment. Right now, a reminder, it's 3-0. Lauderdale over the Cosmos. You're watching Cosmos Soccer. Right at Lockhart Stadium here in Fort Lauderdale. The Strikers on top of the Cosmos, 3-0. And Marinho trying to get it to Muller inside and broke it up nicely by Oscar. And now Bogey running. Yes, Romero on the right wing. He tells Sinino to move. He goes to Romero. Romero, right edge of the box now, working against Fowles. Nowhere to go, and now he just plays it out for Alberto. Carlos on the left for Ricky Davis. Cosmos moving everyone up now, Seamus. They're down 3-0, 33-24 to play in the game. Carlos Alberto. Crossfield finds Bogey. Bogey in the box for Romero. Knocked away by Bonvallet. Romero still with it. Nice cross, and Mauser picked it up. Boy, the skill of Romero. He really is skillful. Lee?
Cosmo fans, we don't want you to miss the match of the year. FC Cologne of the German Bundesliga meets the Cosmos, April 29th, 9 p.m. at Giant Stadium. Cologne, as you know, coached by the forthcoming new Cosmo head coach, Hennes Weisweiler, features a scoring sensation, Tony Woodcock. Don't miss this soccer matchup. Cosmos will entertain FC Cologne, April 29, 9 p.m. We'll see you at Giant Stadium. Jim?
Right, here's Birkenmeier, a long throw, and right on the money, off the chest of Bogey. Bogey ran into fouls, had it stripped by Marinho, and Bogey scrapped to get it back again. That was nothing but effort by Bogey to get the ball back. And out of Alberto. Franz Beckenbauer touches it off to Alberto. Carlos now finds the open man. That's Eskandarian racing. Eski inside the 35-yard line. Play it to Romero. Romero knocked down, stolen by Bonvallet. And now Marinho with the ball at the 35. Cubillas with room. Running with Muller on his left side. Cubillas to Muller. Back for Cubillas. Wilson made a good play. Bruce Wilson read that all the way, Seamus.
Yes, Bruce is very steady. He's impressed me a great deal in his games with the Cosmos so far. And actually, he and Oscar are looking very strong back there now. They're reading each other well, and they're beginning to close down these two-touch passes or one-touch passes, the give-and-go situations, by being disciplined and not rushing in, but by holding their ground and coming up at just the right minute.
Interesting playing Cubillas up front with Muller, because I believe this is the first game they've done that. They've been really looking for someone to play up there with Muller. They tried David Irving, couldn't get him. All right, Bogey trying to get it in the box to Giorgio, picked off by Bonvallet. Bonvallet playing almost a front sweeper there. Picked up by Ricky Davis. Touch it to Bogey. Now time remaining, 31-11 to play in the game. Cosmos down 3-0. Would love to get one, and they better get one soon. Davis now tried to touch the ball over to Franz, but it was picked off. That's Fowles, who's played a good game in the middle of the field. And now to Auguste. And the big defender comes on the attack now. Arsene Auguste. Cubillas. 35-yard line. A pass over here to Marinho. Marinho on the right against Bruce Wilson. Plays it in the box toward Muller. And what a play by Oscar.
Again, the same anticipation. Good holding off when not necessary to rush forward, but then excellent timing to come up and steal the ball away.
In Brazil, they said that Oscar was the replacement of Carlos Alberto as the greatest central defender in all of South America in Brazil, and he's played brilliantly here tonight. Oscar, who was bothered with a muscle pull much of the preseason, really just rounding back into shape again. I think it took him the Houston game to get back in shape, but he's played very well here tonight. All right, Cubillas to Marinho. Marinho got away from Eski. And there's Oscar making the interception again.
Again, wonderful anticipation. He's really coming into his own. Very nice. I think this is a player that Cosmos fans are really going to enjoy watching, because he's got speed, tenacity, and very good discipline.
Bogey now crossfield to Carlos. Time running out now, 29-39 to play in the game. Cosmos down 3-0. Cubillas and Fowles in the first half. Cubillas in the second half. And Lauderdale up 3-0. Fowles with the intercept. And out of Hudson. Good ball to Marinho. Marinho against Oscar. And offside. Offside. From Lockhart Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, it's 3-0. Right, Seamus, Cosmos make some substitutions here. Mark Liverich comes in the game, number 14, replacing Ricky Davis. And Holster came in. There's Larry Holster, number 12, replacing
Bogey. Well, that's a good. Those are good moves, I think. They need to have Mark's work rate up that left side, and Holster needs to get some work. Ricky Davis, I think, has played himself out pretty much in the middle of the field at this point.
Hudson now plays the ball in to Muller, and again, it's Wilson making the defensive play. And out of Romero. Romero now with room to the midfield line. Bonvallet challenges him there and makes a pass to Beckenbauer that's broken up by Pott. And Pott knocked it over the near sideline right at the 35-yard line. Cosmos Sunday afternoon, 2:30. Expect a big crowd. The Cosmos home opener, Giant Stadium against Minnesota. It'd be great to get back home, Seamus.
Sit out there with the fans.
And the first 15,000 youngsters received a free Cosmos flags courtesy of Progresso Foods. All right, with the ball now, Franz. Franz, now to Romero on the left. Against Jameri, nice move by Romero, cross to the far post, but nobody there. Cross a bit off the mark anyway.
Well, again, these crosses from the left, you see Romero there shaking his head a bit unhappy with his cross, but these crosses from left and right I think are not the preferred style of attack for the Cosmos. They like to work the ball in a bit more closely than that, and they are playing into the teeth of some pretty tough British defenders, so that's not the most easy thing in the world to undertake. So I think they'd prefer really to try to work it through the middle, but Fort Lauderdale's been so tough in the middle.
Look at Romero. Did you see his heading ability that time? Great timing as he headed away from Cubillas. Tonight you've seen this youngster do a lot of subtle things. You've seen him up the right wing. You've seen him up the left wing. So much ability. Either foot can do so many things, and he's only 19. Here he is, Romero. Just as I say that, he has a stolen by Arsene Auguste. Auguste now coming to the 35-yard line of the Cosmos. He has a man open, and it's Marinho now. Oscar picks him up, and it's a good thing that it hit Oscar. He deflected it over the goal line. Hard shot by Marinho, and Oscar got in the way of it.
But Oscar again did very well. Many defenders would have been tempted to come up and try to tackle it, and I think Marinho has enough skill to beat an undisciplined defender like that, but Oscar just content to block the shot away. Good play.
Bonvallet now outside the box. Plays it to GERD Muller. Muller back outside to Fowles. They played in the box to Hudson. He wheels and fires. Muller went down. Fans wanted a penalty. The referee said no. Play on. This is Larry Hulser, number 12. Muller really agrees with the call.
Hubert out to console him.
In German.
Yes.
Don't miss the next Cosmo TV broadcast. The team travels to Tulsa, play the Roughnecks. That's April 26th at 9 p.m. on WRTV 9. We don't want to lose you. Stay with us, Jim.
All right, Romero still on the ball. Finally fought off the ball by Pott, who's played an outstanding game. Now here's Hudson. Hudson now get it to Muller. Winds, and again it's deflected this time by Wilson. And that's when this Lauderdale club is so dangerous on the counterattack, boy. They'll just fire a pass out the midfield. Boom, they've got Muller, Marinho, Cubillas running. And they can burn you.
Well, of course, also the Cosmos are pushing so many players forward to try to get back into this game that's kind of one of the risks you take.
The Cosmos are going to have to take some risks now. There's still time remaining, 24-52, but they're down 3-0. That time, Birkenmeier bobbled the ball, and Muller hit it wide, and Bugs Bunny almost had a heart attack.
He's in shape, though.
I'll tell you, Bugs is up, though. He's going to be out there Sunday, too. All right, here's Beckenbauer. Carlos Alberto. And out of Franz, a beautiful pass. Beckenbauer with a lot of space. Now he has Liverich up the left wing. The pass coming to Liverich. What a ball. And ball knocked over the goal line. What are they going to give? They're going to give goal kick. Liverich was running over for a corner kick, but the referee said goal
so it's
kick.
A free kick.
So we said the Cosmos have beaten Fort Lauderdale 7 out of 8 times. And the only time they lost was here in 1978. They lost a 5-2 decision. They're trending here now 3-0. 23-43 to play in the game. Hulser on the right side, attacking for the Cosmos over the midfield line. Jim Carveles, Seamus Mallon, Lee Arthur. Eskandarian on the right to Hulser. Inside the 35-yard line, Larry Hulser with the ball. Tackle away. Marinho to Cubillas. Cubillas now attacking at the 35. And he ran right into Oscar. I believe they're going to get Oscar for the penalty, though. And he'll probably end up with a yellow card. Yes.
Oscar obstructs him. Well, you don't need much of an expert to figure that one out, but obviously Oscar came outside the penalty area. You see where they're all standing. It was outside the penalty area and obstructed him.
Well, with the skill of Cubillas, Oscar probably figures I'd rather give him a free kick outside the box and let him, because he was the last line of defense there.
Well, now here comes the fun. Who's going to take this free kick for Fort Lauderdale?
It'll be a race. You know Marinho wants to take it. The story is that that Muller likes to take him, and he and Marinho during the preseason at times went for the same ball at the same time. I think Muller's going to take it. Just wide.
Well, this is what set up that free kick. Here you see Cubillas accelerating again past Carlos Alberto, and there he just comes over. Oscar comes over, unceremoniously decks Muller, and
Cubillas.
Cubillas, the so-called professional foul, I guess you call it. But Cubillas is used to that, is not hurt.
All right, Beckenbauer plays it on the right now. Let's see if this is too far. It is. Trying to play it to Hulser. Fort Lauderdale, 21:05 to play in the game. So the Cosmos trying to avert their first loss of the season, but things don't look too good right now. Jamari, number 17. Eskandarian headed away. Romero knocked away by Hudson. Saved by Jamari, picked up by Eski. Over to Oscar. Well, you never like to lose, but if you want to look on the bright side, there have been some good performances here, especially by Oscar. Romero still buzzing around. And you have to give Fort Lauderdale a lot of credit, Seamus.
Oh, yes, they came out and played very intelligently right off the bat and used their chances very well. They got a couple of chances early on and used them beautifully, so they should get some credit. Then they shut things down pretty well in midfield.
They did a good job. That was a big save, too, on Chinaglia by Mauser. That would have had the Cosmos back in the game. And there's a header by Romero. And again, you look at his all-around abilities. It's just awesome to think he can. There's nothing that youngster can't do. And he's only 19. Hi, Lee. We got a winner on our contest, too, so it wasn't a total loss, right?
Sure did. We're going to go for another one very shortly. We're going to get someone on the phone and call them and ask them who scored the last goal and if they know what the thing is happening about, which means they're watching.
You're not going to reveal
right
it.
With us.
Right.
Not going to tell them or give them a hint.
All right, Liberts now to throw it in. To Alberto. Cubillas stole the ball. And now leads Marinho, and Eski came over to strip Marinho the ball. Under 20 minutes to play in the game. Here's Liberich, stolen again by Jamari. Fort Lauderdale still intense. Now, not a good ball, and it's Wilson picking it up. And he sets Hulser running. He leaves it for Franz. Franz Beckenbauer now plays it for Giorgio. Knocked down by Fogarty, and looks like the Cosmos had a little advantage going there, and foul call.
Pretty serious foul, though. I mean, referees can call advantage and should sometimes, but other times they let it go. George takes a quick one.
Right over the outside to Sinino, a little chip in the box, headed out of there by Fogarty, who's played an outstanding game in the middle of that defense, Seamus.
He's been very tough, and they've been unable to move him. Very often you will try to get other players to come up and take a Fogarty out so that Giorgio gets a bit more room, but the Cosmos have not been able to get Fogarty out of the middle there. He's really stayed very closely to Giorgio.
Auguste now clears the ball in the air. Wilson beat Muller in the air. Play it back for Fogarty. Bonvallet plays it nicely to Marinho. Marinho now has Hudson running. He flips a nice ball to Hudson. Try to get by Wilson. He wanted a handball. The referee says play on. Oscar to Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer over the midfield line. 18 minutes to play in the game. On the right to Larry Hulser. Further on the right to Sinino. Sinino, a long cross in the box, headed away by Johnny Pott of Fort Lauderdale.